I'm going to talk about some WTO news, that is trade story. The World Trade Organization has ruled that the US acted inconsistently with WTO rules by taking countervailing and anti-dumping measures on certain products from China. Now, these include 25 investigations initiated by the US Department of Commerce between 2006 and 2012. The panel said the US has failed to adjust the duty amount so as to avoid double remedies. The case involves a variety of industrial and agricultural products valued at over $7.2 billion US. China requested consultations with the World Trade Watchdog over these disputes back in 2012. And of course, China has welcomed the panel discussion that the US acted against WTO rules. Shen Danyang, spokesman at China's Ministry of Commerce, in a statement on Thursday, urged the US to correct the erroneous practice of abusing trade remedy measures as soon as possible. He wanted an environment of fair competition for Chinese companies and added that China is currently assessing the panel report and would follow WTO procedures to settle these disputes. Now, let's talk about Chinese stock markets. They are moved in a tight range on Friday. As is usually the case with Friday, the benchmark Shanghai Composite added 0.3% to close at 2,052 by the lunch break. And of course, that finishes in around 22 minutes' time. Of course, on the outset, it may look quiet, but the trading in the Shenzhen market was a different story. Both the Chinex board and the SME board fell by over 1%, and that is after pairing losses. Investors pressed the sell button on tech stocks on worries about overvaluation. Of course, Tencent shares' recent falls in Hong Kong did spook investors, and this is also after regulators said they will drop the IPO size limit for the Shanghai market, which means smaller stocks can also list in Shanghai in the future, which means Shenzhen will lose its status as a startup magnet. Banks were the best performers on the main bourse. This is after the big four lenders posted results this week. ICBC shares, after reporting a 10% increase in 2013 earnings, put on about 2%. Banks have been underperforming in past months on fears of more bad debts and tech companies stealing their business, such as Tencent and Alibaba. So this rebound is in part relief, in part bargain hunting.